I'm Jason, UFC, and today we have a story about UFC heavyweight contender Jon Jones says he is not just going out there to win against Ciryl Gane at UFC 285 pay-per-view. He says, I'm going out there to dominate. Jon Jones doesn't want to just beat Ciryl Gane, but he wants to dominate Ciryl Gane at UFC 285 for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Jon Jones is set to end his 3-year-long layoff on Saturday night in Las Vegas as John Bone Jones is set to headline UFC 285 against Ciryl Gane for the vacant heavyweight championship of the world. It's an intriguing matchup as many fans have clamored to see Jon Jones move up to the heavyweight division for more than 3 years, obviously. As of right now, Jon Jones is the betting favorite, so odd makers expect him to get his hand raised, yet many are torn on who will win. But Jon Jones is not only confident that he will win, but he will dominate Ciryl Gane to win the heavyweight championship. I do everything I used to, just more confidently and with more power, Jon Jones said on UFC Countdown. I've been waiting for a long time for this, and I'm not going there to lose. I'm not going out there to win either. Let me just read that one more time. This, because if you just take this sentence and just end it there, you just say, hold on, what? It says, I've been waiting for a long time for all this, I'm not going out there to lose. I'm not going out there to win either. What? Okay. I'm going out there to dominate. That's what I'm going to do, is what Jon Jones says. If Jon Jones does dominate Gane, as he says, it would only further cement his legacy as, if not the best, but one of the best fighters. He's already one of the greatest. I'm pretty sure he's the best fighter of all time. However, dominating Gane will be easier said than done, as Gane's only loss in his MMA career, he's 11-1, I believe, came to the former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Francis Ngannou. However, Jon Jones has been vocal in thinking he is miles better than Ciryl Gane and doesn't believe Ciryl Gane is the best striker Jon Jones faced. This is what Jon Jones says. Man, I just finished watching my Thiago Santos fight again. I think it's crazy that you guys consider Gane the most technical kickboxer I've ever faced. Everything Thiago did had bad intentions on it. Dude had lightning speed, power, explosiveness, crazy versatility. Jon Jones wrote on Twitter, Gane's last 3 opponents had terrible defense. Those guys couldn't stop a kick if their life depended on it. He fought flat-footed boxers his last 3 fights. Best wrestler he ever fought was Francis Ngannou. That's wild. I know Ciryl Gane's record isn't, I don't think he's had like even 15 MMA wins, but I don't, maybe I'm jumping out of line here, but I really doubt that Francis Ngannou is the greatest wrestler Ciryl Gane has ever faced. Maybe he has. Maybe he's literally faced strikers, but I'm pretty sure someone else he's ever fought had better wrestling skills than, better wrestling background than Francis Ngannou. But that's beside the point at this point. Does it matter? Is Jon Jones, basically saying he's going out there to wrestle Francis Ngannou? So I don't really know. When we've seen other Jon Jones fights, he kind of likes to play with fire. So if you're a striker, he's gonna strike with you. Jon Jones is, I believe in a fight with like Chael Sonnen, which Chael Sonnen has a really good wrestling background. Jon Jones took him down and beat him up. When he fought Daniel Cormier, I know he knocked out Daniel Cormier with a head kick. But for the most part, what I remember with Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier was the wrestling. He took Daniel Cormier down a bunch of times in that fight. He tried to prove that he's a better wrestler. Jon Jones is kind of more like, listen, if my opponent is a great striker, I'm going to show you I'm a better striker. If my opponent is a great wrestler, I'm going to show you I'm a better wrestler. And with Jon Jones saying that he's going to go out there to dominate Ciryl Gane, I'm not expecting him to go in there and just try to take Ciryl Gane down and, quote unquote, lay and pray. I expect Jon Jones to stand up. If he feels fire from Ngannou, maybe he does take Ngannou down and submits him pretty easily, like he did with Rampage Jackson. Rampage Jackson was a huge threat, and I believe he stopped Rampage Jackson with like a rear naked choke. But Jon Jones hasn't had a finish in some time. Like his last most dominant performance, I believe, was over Alexander Gustafsson when he stopped him in like the second round. But it's my whole thing with this fight is that we haven't seen Jon Jones fight in 3 years, right? Whatever division he chooses to fight in, to me, that's almost second nature at this point, but to come back after 3 years to a new division and, right, fight for the heavyweight championship of the world, I mean, I don't know how much harder you have to make it for Jon Jones. So, I mean, I personally would not be surprised if Jon Jones goes into this fight and dominates Ciryl Gane. But, other MMA critics have said we haven't seen a dominant performance from Jon Jones in a very long time. And Ciryl Gane is extremely dangerous. I always say this, MMA math does not matter. Just because Ciryl Gane has never faced anyone on Jon Jones' level does not mean Ciryl Gane cannot go out there Saturday night, put one fist on Jon Jones' chin and knock him out, right? I get it. Ciryl Gane has not faced anyone, with the pedigree of Jon Jones, but, that does not mean Ciryl Gane is, can't beat Jon Jones. And, maybe Jon Jones could beat Ciryl Gane on Friday. Ciryl Gane could beat Jon Jones on Saturday. Jon Jones beats him on, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. We will see who's the better fighter on Saturday night. Whoever they fought before has nothing to do with it. If Jon Jones thinks Ciryl Gane's last 3 opponents were flat-footed boxers, it doesn't matter. Because, when the fight happens, it's Jon Jones versus Ciryl Gane, and we'll see who is the better person that night, who's the better fighter Saturday night at UFC 285. Let me know, who do you have winning this fight? Are you Team Jones or are you Team Ciryl Gane? I am Team Jon Jones. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.